I feel very exposed. Whoa! Okay. The struggle is real. I want to start this video saying, I don't endorse the taking of any legal or illegal substances. This is merely just my personal experience. This is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes. Let's get into it. Yeah. What is up, beautiful souls? We're back for another video. I'm so excited to be uploading. Okay, anyway. In my last video, I talked about my ayahuasca experience, and although I uploaded it 4 days ago, I don't know when this is gonna go up or like how fast I'm gonna edit it. Anyway, so although I uploaded it not too long ago, this actually happened 6 months ago, back in June. So I thought it would be kind of informative to kind of give like what it's like, what life is like afterwards, like 6 months afterwards, after I feel, for the most part, like integrating everything that I learned in my ayahuasca experience. So coming back was weird, honestly. Coming back from being in the jungle to kind of like society was a shell shock again. Going to Peru and seeing how they live in iquitos and shacks was a shock, at least for me. So coming back from that, from kind of like living with nature so immersively, coming back to like cars buzzing everywhere and like just buildings, and it was just so weird. The first 3 days, I would say like the first 2 weeks, I was kind of in this afterglow bliss type of thing, and like, yeah, I had this really cool experience and I'm gonna integrate it and I'm gonna become this like awakened being, and like thinking that everything was just gonna be like pure bliss. But of course reality hits. And if I'm being completely honest, I was pretty depressed for like 2 or 3 months afterwards. And I think a lot of that is, and if you haven't seen my video, I'll link it down below. It kind of explains more as to maybe why I had this experience afterwards. But I have suffered from chronic depression and anxiety. I was diagnosed at 15 years old, but I was dealing with it like far before that. So I was in this pretty dark place of like wanting to kill myself and like hurting myself and all of that stuff. So it was pretty intense, and I had a lot of dark shit that I had to work through that maybe I wasn't willing to. So after coming back, even though things, like I had these amazing realizations and realizing that I'm the creator of my reality and all of these amazing things, I had to actually put that into practice. Ayahuasca can show you the answers to the universe, but without applying them, what's the use? I had 2 options. I knew I had 2 options. I could either succumb to it, go back into this dark place and be the victim and continue being the victim and keep playing out that storyline of victimhood, or I can choose to maybe be in pain for a little bit of time and work through it and gain character and strength and just working through all of my darkness. And it was rough, I ain't gonna lie. Whew, a lot of crying, a lot of days in my bed not wanting to get up. But it was just baby steps. Little by little, I like gained more tenacity, and little by little I gained more tools on how to handle my anxieties. And like, let me tell you, even like just now, 6 months later, I feel like I finally have a grasp. I feel like I finally am able to be in a place where anxiety does not control me anymore. And that's such a wonderful and beautiful thing to feel. But boy, did I have to work for that shit. I would say around the 2 or 3 month mark was when like the tide started shifting. So I was like really searching for a spiritual community and people that would understand me, because I felt so alone, even though we are never ever truly alone. It can feel pretty lonely when you're on the journey of self-realization and healing, because healing is hard work, man. you know? So, you know, I was following YouTube channels and just like listening to them and feeling inspired, but like, I was still in this victim mentality of like, I can't. I made myself more anxious because I was trying to reach this goal. Reach some sort of like big level of success, like wanting to have these huge aspirations and needing to dedicate my life to this purpose and completely forgetting about being present in the moment and just taking time to be still. So that's honestly, it's still kind of something that I still struggle with, trying to figure out what, you know, what I'm going to do with my life, but I'm kind of more at peace with it and just allowing things to flow and unfold. But back then it wasn't. I was very like, I need to figure it out now. Little by little, I started incorporating just subtle things like positive affirmations, writing things down, taking up meditation and yoga. Meditation, oh my goodness, meditation is a game changer. And there's so many videos and there's so many resources out there. But meditation was a 100% game changer for me. Like, I was consistent for a really long time, and I'm getting more consistent about it now, which is amazing. But through meditation, I was able to kind of get in contact with my spirit guides, which is really awesome and weird for me. Still, like, I'm getting used to that. I spent a lot of time in nature, too, to really connect with myself. There's just nothing better than nature that's able to fully ground me and center me and allow me to tune into myself. Every single month since doing this ceremony has been just an upgrade. Every single month. I mean, honestly, sometimes it's week to week. I just like get this realization and like, like I'm just at another plane of like existence. It's crazy to think that there's so many levels of evolving and ascending into higher and higher vibrations. It's just so fascinating to me, knowing that I'm never going to stop learning and I'm never going to stop growing. It's just so exciting to me. Before, I would be so scared of like pain and facing hardship, but I think that we as humans and we as a society, we want to avoid pain at all costs, but we just have to, at least I've become less afraid, I would say. I wouldn't say fully unafraid. Less afraid of like facing pain or having to go through pain, because I know going through that shit is the best way, honestly, a catalyst to grow exponentially, and it's not necessary for everyone. Every month has just been so wonderful. I'm in this place now. I can't even put it into words. I just feel so much more free, and it's because I've finally taken the time to just slow everything down and just appreciate the moment for this moment, and just practicing gratitude whenever I can. As silly as it might seem, anytime I come home, take a moment to just be grateful, like, wow, I am so grateful for this home, from this safe space that I get to come home to. Thankful for my room, that I get to lay my head down each night. Thankful for just everything. And once you accumulate this attitude of gratitude, I'm telling you, everything changes. I'm gonna make videos about all of these topics. I could talk about these things forever. It's because I'm so passionate and I want other people to recognize their power and for them to be happy and for them to empower themselves. No matter what happens in their life, they're always in this still place of knowing. I'm just so excited to dig my teeth into these topics. What else has gone on these past 6 months? I feel like it's opened myself to the spiritual realm also. Kind of like I was talking before, I can talk to spirit guides. I've been able to see certain things. I'm able to see auras. I'm able to see some people's spirit guides. I remember, this wasn't too long ago actually. I was in a yoga class and it was at the very end of class, like in the last resting pose. And in my mind's eye, at this point, like I had no idea where the yoga teacher was. I was kind of just like chilling like a villain, you know? So in my mind's eye, I like saw the yoga teacher just sitting cross-legged, like in the middle of the room. And I saw this Chinese, red and gold Chinese dragon just like floating around, like around him, like making these cool shapes. And I opened my eyes and he was sitting exactly where my mind's eye was putting him, and I had like a freak out moment. And then afterwards, I said, hey, this might be really weird, but I don't know if you believe in spirit guides or not, but just so you know, like, you have a Chinese dragon hanging around you, and I kind of just left. I probably should have explained myself a little bit more, not just like drop that bomb, but he said it was cool, and then I just walked away. So that's something that's been happening. The lessons that I have learned. Oh man. I feel like I could make entire videos about the lessons that I've learned. So I have to think. The lesson that I actually had while I was doing ayahuasca, which was you are the creator of your reality, that didn't really hit me until just recently. I have always had procrastination issues, and a lot of that stems from me not feeling like I can accomplish things, or maybe not, that I'm just unable to, the feeling of I'm not capable, which is great with affirmations. Affirmations are fantastic for that. I literally have a board, like one of those push pin boards of like affirmations, like I am abundant, I am this, I am capable. Like, I try to look at it every day as much as I can, and I like to write them down too. And I also will look in the mirror and like say the affirmations to my face. It isn't until recently that I've really started to put this into practice, where I make empowered choices every day. You know, if I want to be a productive person, I need to do the things that I need to do to be productive, right? Planning out my schedule, you know, really envisioning what I want, which I'm still figuring out, but that's okay. Just doing the things that I need to like have a higher vibration, so when I am ready to manifest something, I'm able to. So taking care of my body, eating right, exercising, meditating, doing yoga, just, you know, making sure that I have positive people around me, people that are not draining my energy, people that are not toxic. Just, you know, keeping my space, my energy, everything just as high as possible. And obviously, you know, we're all going to have those days where we're kind of down in the dumps. One huge one that I have recently put into practice too, I feel like everything has kind of culminated now. Another lesson that I learned is speaking and being in your truth at all times. And that might mean like not giving a single shit about what other people think about you, because everyone has their perception of you. Probably none of them are the actual you. Like, stop giving a fuck what people think about you and just live your life the way that you want to. Oh, this is something that I've learned, and learning how to set healthy boundaries and to say no and to say this is not serving me, this is taking my energy, and just walking away from that situation, or just setting a healthy boundary. This has been huge for me. For so long, I would just give and give to people and not set boundaries, all for the sake of wanting to make sure that they're happy and they're pleased. And oh my goodness, it was so miserable for me. Recently, I've been really being empowered with my voice and very kindly setting boundaries and realizing that if they're not going to respect them, then you ain't a person that I want in my life, okay? Our perception of things can just completely change our reality. If you wake up every day saying, oh, I'm not where I want to be, I hate my life, I'm pissed off that this is not working for me, which, trust me, I was there, so I'm not trying to throw shade at nobody. We all exposed here, okay? If you're constantly waking up with like, what the fuck is gonna go wrong today, then something's gonna go wrong that day, you know? Really just taking the time to be grateful, and, you know, even if you're not necessarily feeling it, you want to honor your emotion. Hello?
I don't know if you saw the text, but the Grammys probably cold by now. You're going to have to eat it.
Okay, I'm recording a video right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Okay.
No, that's okay. Bye. Obviously, you want to honor your feelings. You know, you want to kind of feel the emotions, but don't become the emotion. That's something that's been hard for me to do too. You know, honor your emotions, be like, hey, you know, maybe I'm not happy with this situation, but, and then you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to have a great day. This is what I'm going to do to change it. This is what I want. You know, I'm going to go out and grab life by the cojones. Recognizing that a lot of our judgments on other people is usually a reflection of ourselves. Anytime that I realized that I was like placing judgment, I was projecting hardcore. Like hardcore. And that was tough for me because then you have to be like, oh wait, you know, maybe it's not this person. Maybe it's just me. And that's really hard to realize sometimes. But the more you do that, the more aware you are of that, the more you're able to recognize your own things when they come up. I've learned that triggers are a beautiful thing. When you get emotionally triggered or like you kind of have that knee-jerk reaction to what someone says or like to a situation, those are great times to sit in awareness and see how you react, why you react that way, why do you think you are reacting that way. Triggers are great. I love being triggered, even though it can be like a whoa sometimes. The work that you do on yourself is so vital. So vital. You're only going to be operating from the level and vibration from your past experiences and your environment. And if those weren't necessarily the most healthy, you're going to be carrying those ideas and ideals with you and those experiences with you in your subconscious, whether you recognize that or not. Be yourself. Just be yourself. Be your goofy, weird ass self. And don't care. Just be free. Let your heart free. Listen to your intuition. How many times have we had that little gut feeling? And we're just like, just not going to listen to it, kind of like shove it aside. And then it comes to bite you in your ass every time without fail. Listen to that little voice. If you want to strengthen your intuition, just listen to it. Act on it, even if it's difficult. That little voice is what's going to guide your way. A lot of times we get so caught up in the head, especially me sometimes. We get so caught up in our thoughts and just on these like thought loops, and they're really hard to get out of, but if we learn how to get out of this crazy mind space and learn to kind of sink into the heart center and into our gut, that's when that's where the magic happens. That's another thing that I've learned, like, magic is everywhere. The fact that we exist is a miracle unto itself. The fact that we get time on this earth to play and experience Mother Earth and experience all that it is to be human is just amazing. I've recognized my mission is to bring as much love and compassion and joy into my life and the life of others as much as possible. But maybe just like using my life as an example, because I've been through a lot of weird and fucked up things. So I just want my life to be an example to maybe help other people, and to just to show that yes, there are genuine, kind people that want the best for others and are struggling in their lives too sometimes, but still manage to find a way to be okay. I don't know where I'm going with this. This video is all over the place. Anywho. That was a lot. So I think that's it. Please subscribe if you feel called to. My journal fell on the ground. Yeah, subscribe if you feel like you want to. It'd be really awesome to like grow this family and grow this community of just love and supporting each other. I'm going to be making more videos like this. Leave a like, it really helps. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Spread some kindness. Smile to someone. Do whatever it takes to keep that light flowing and going. And I love you guys.